Welcome back, everyone. Today I'll be sculpting a tree ant critter. After I finished up the sculpting and everything, I went ahead and played around with some AI to see what kind of movement we can get out of this. So I'll be spreading those around throughout the video so you can take a look and see what we got. And then you'll see the final reveal at the end. Alright, we'll use this little block here as a simple base, and then I'll start getting to work on the armature. Just using some copper coated aluminum wire here. I use about 4 strands of that. Now, as soon as I get some holes drilled here, we know where the placement of the legs are. Alright, we're going to be using Super Sculpted Living Doll, and we're going to use a little bit here right in the joints to get everything really secure. Alright, let's figure out what the position of the arms are going to be. Of course, as I'm sculpting here, we'll make some more adjustments. We'll figure it out in the final position. Alright, we'll start bulking out the legs, then we'll get like a little bit of detail in there before we throw it in the oven. I took a couple pictures of the critter and then uploaded it to the AI, had it replace the background with the forest here, and then put in some simple commands to have it move around, wave its arms, or walk off to one side. Here I have it reaching down and picking up some acorns. Did it 2 or 3 times before you get something that's worth kind of throwing in there or saving as a video. Alright, adding a little more clay here. This is going to be where the face is at. Start bulking out the arms, getting the final positions there before I bake it. Alright, getting a little detail into the arms. All right, here we are working on the feet, and yeah, I'm trying to decide whether I should have them just kind of like clumpy elephant feet, or should I have roots sprawling out all over the place. So I decided to go with the more solid foot. And I'm going to get some clay spread out here, kind of thin as I can get, just enough to hold the detail. Then I'm going to put in some bark texturing. Alright, trying to put more definition into the legs here, so make this kind of the kneecap. Trying to get it all blended in really good. Make sure that I remove all the tool marks and no fingerprints. Yeah, hard to see right here, but I'm trying to get the tree rings into the knee. Like this is a branch that is either broken off or been cut off. Alright, well the knee looks alright, and we'll start working on the chest here. Alright, a thin layer of clay, get that bark texture put in there. Just a process in using this pointy little poker and drawing some lines in there, trying to get them uneven. Don't have any examples in front of me of what the texture looks like, so I'm just making something up. Alright, let's start working on the face here. right here, it just kind of reminds me of the shrunken head in Beetlejuice. Alright, I'm going to start working on the detail for the faces, get this brow ridge going in here, and then kind of enclose the eyes a little bit. Now a nice big bulbous nose. And then get the tree branches, we're going to start bulking those out, and then we'll get these little texture woody lines put in here. Alright, so we're going to put a beard on this guy, and I'm going to use cosplay for it. So to keep it from sticking to the rest of the chest, I want it kind of floating separately. I'm going to put a little bit of aluminum foil around the bottom of the chin, or underneath the chin, kind of hold it up, keep it from sticking. Then after it's baked, I can go ahead and pull the aluminum foil out without, hopefully, breaking the beard off. Using the cosplay, using that flexible stuff, that should help. So Super Sculpey and cosplay, they work well together. They blend really easily. Alright, well, there we go. Now I'm going to put on the bottom lip. Now it's time to start working on the hands. I think I'm just going to have 3 main fingers here and then 1 thumb. All this is going to be made out of cosplay as well, flexible so I don't snap them off. Alright, we'll start working on the detail for the hands here. Put a little bit of clay right here where I think the knuckles are going to be, then blend it in really nice and smooth. Alright, with the hands done and all baked, we're going to start adding more branches onto here. Get the finishing details on this guy. And I'm going to have some sparse leaves, so I'm going to make those individual, again out of cost clay. So we'll make a bunch of little leaves here, throw them in the oven, bake them, and then paint them and glue them on. Alright, we're at the painting stage, so let's get one good coat of brown paint on here, get it all unified. Start working on the vines here. We'll make that a nice green. Got another video here of him picking up an acorn. Alright, time to add the leaves. I'm going to put about 20 leaves all together on here. And then we'll give the whole thing a good varnish spray and put them on display. Yeah, I think I need to do a little more work on, or practice on faces. Oh, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.